Alright. I was watching this video from Sean's View Entertainment. For those of you who don't know who he is, he's pretty much a wrestling reviewer and analyst, and talks about a lot about wrestling, pretty much, and consider himself to be the most prolific and the guy who is more dedicated to upload videos more than anybody in YouTube and stuff like that, because he does upload a lot of videos every day and stuff like that, and he wants to keep it that way as being the most prolific and most dedicated uploads in YouTube history and stuff like that. But anyway, he did a video where it pretty much titled that he's gonna risk it all, that he's not going anywhere, he's not leaving YouTube. Pretty much he's referring to the fact that he realized he had to get a job in order to make ends meet and stuff like that. I guess he's going through some financial trouble, and pretty much saying that he made a decision that he's not gonna get a job, that he's gonna make what he's doing on YouTube and on the internet his job and stuff like that. This is my job, and I'm gonna risk it all to be on top and not let my fans down, you know. And all right, for those of you who probably seen my videos before about people using the internet as their sole income, I did a video about it with Link Carr when he was complaining of the fact that people are not watching the ads on his videos and therefore he's not making any money. And I was about to do one on Angry Joe, but I just chose not to, because, you know, I'm a fan of Angry Joe and I can sympathize for it, but at the same time I don't for Angry Joe when he was going through that. But he seemed to be doing fine. But what I'm hearing from Sean, by pretty much saying that he's not gonna get a job, he doesn't want to be under a boss, having people tell him what to do and stuff like that, and the fact that he's not gonna have time to do these videos if he has a job, whether it's part-time, full-time, whatnot. And I just find it to be both stupid and bullshit for him to say that he's not gonna have time to do any of his videos if he has a job or not. Now, I'm all for when people want to have that dream to be the next Shay Carl, the dream to be the next James Rolfe, the next Doug Walker, the next Boogie, even the next Chris Boris or something like that. You know, everyone wants to be that guy or that girl or whoever, to be famous on YouTube, to be famous on the internet and making a lot of money. We all want that. You know, it's a dream, and I can't take that away from people. But what I will say is that if you're outside of the internet, if you need to have a job because you need to have a roof over your head, that you need to eat, then you're gonna have to take what you're doing, take that on the back burner for a while until you get your act together, get your life together. You know, to risk it all for the internet and say, I'm gonna do this for my fans and stuff like that, it's kind of stupid. And I know people who would say, like, well, actors do it all the time before they're famous. Professional wrestlers do it sometimes before they become famous. They sacrifice a lot. I'm not saying that they don't, but if you really honestly do research, some of these people who are trying to make it big, even like rappers and professional sportsmen, they actually had to take a side job, a part-time job, a late-night job, in order to have a roof over their head before going after that dream, that thing that they want to get, and whatever they're interested. Obviously, you're interested in being a success on the internet, and more power to you. But to go as far as saying, I don't want to get a job because I want to concentrate on this, I honestly think it's ridiculous. You know, and no, I'm not saying that what he's doing is not a real job. Because I do think that doing what we do here on YouTube is considered a job, especially if we're getting paid to do it. You know what I mean? It is a job. But it's not the type of job I would recommend you relying on as your livelihood. Especially with the internet being so volatile as it is, that anything can happen. Anybody can make a new policy to where they don't have to shell you out the money like a new copyright rules or new policies and stuff like that, anything could happen, or the internet could crash. You know what I mean? It's not really smart. And the fact that he's going off saying that, well, I don't have the time to do my videos while having a job, fucking BS, guy. Look where I am. I'm a teacher assistant on my break doing a video in my car that I'm going to post on YouTube later on when I get home. Especially, like, I would understand if your video content was, you know, had a lot of things going with it. Like, say, a lot of editing, special effects, the fact that you had to write a script, or the fact that you had to do a lot of research to do reviews and state your point and stuff like that. I would get that. I would understand that you can say, I don't have the time for that. But your video content, all you're doing is just sitting on your butt, like what I'm doing right now, talking on the camera, saying what you have to say, and then turn it off, upload it, and whatnot, and that's it. Yes, I bring my camera with me and all that stuff. I have a bag that I put it in there. You know, and you may make a fair point that said, well, I don't want to bring my camera to work because someone might steal it. Fair point, but here's the thing. We have these too, you know. We have phones that actually do videotape us, and they have apps that connect to YouTube where you can upload it to YouTube. So where's the excuse? And you can easily type in all the descriptions, the tags, and all that stuff on your phone, and you can even monetize it from your phone. What's the excuse? Your videos are not that elaborate to the point where it says, like, you take a lot of time and effort on this. Yes, you sit down and you say what you have to say. The only thing that you took time to do is just making video after video after video and post it on YouTube. That's the only thing. But each of your videos, there's no, like, logos or watermarks or whatnot or special effects or something like that for you to say, oh, it takes time for me to do these videos, so I don't have time to have a job. Sorry, there's no freaking excuse. If you need to freaking get a job, then go get a freaking job. And if you're fans that you say that your fans love you so much, yes, you have like thousands of subscribers, if they really give a damn about you, they'll honestly say, dude, if you really need to get a job, go get a job. We understand. Because I don't think people are that heartless to say that, oh, you had to get a job, you're abandoning us. But if they actually feel that way, they're not really your real fans. Yes, they may be a fan of your work, but they don't give a damn about you. And that's something you need to get inside your head. I know a lot of people say a lot of crap about you, and I don't say a lot of crap about you either. You know, but this is the one thing I have to say. You're being freaking stupid in trying to risk your livelihood for the internet. I mean, what's going to happen when you're saying that, yes, all my bills are going to come in and stuff like that. I'm going to be behind in my bills and stuff like that. I'm not going to be able to afford this and that, but I still want to do this for my fans and for myself because I'm living a dream. I'm trying to get to that dream. Yes, that's fine. If you want to have that dream, go ahead. But risking to lose a roof over your head and starving yourself, not smart, dude. Not smart at all. Because what happens when you couldn't pay your electric bill because you need electricity to turn your computer on? And if you have these and you're doing that, you're going to need money to keep up with your phone bill. You're gonna need money. It does take money to do what you're doing. You know what I mean? And you may say, oh, I can afford my internet and my cable bill, so I'm fine. But what happens if you don't have the money to pay that? Then how are you gonna be the most prolific and dedicated uploads on YouTube? Is I can't even say the whole thing he says, but at least I got the gist of it. But you know what I'm talking about. You know, those are things you need to think about. You know, not everyone's gonna be the Shay Carl, the Doug Walkers, the James Rolfes of the internet. If you get to that point, more power to you. But until then, take care of yourself. Like, seriously. Because what you're doing is downright stupid. I know your fans are your fans are who they see that when they see this, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you're just jealous." Fine, go ahead and say I'm jealous. Yes, I got close to 500 subscribers compared to him who has thousands and stuff. Yeah, I'm jealous. You know, go ahead and say that. I don't give a damn. But at least I have the common sense to say it like it is. And if you fans are the ones that are encouraging him, yes, encourage him to live his dream. Though don't make him do a stupid thing as to give up his day job. And yes, everyone does it in the industry and entertainment, but at least they also had a part-time job while getting to that dream. And sometimes you may say, "Oh, I don't want to live under, I don't want to be taking orders from my boss or something like that." But sometimes you're going to have to kiss a lot of ass to get to kick that ass. Sometimes you have to do that. You know? Being the boss doesn't just, no one can just hand you being the boss. You have to work your ass off for it. If you don't get that, Sean, and despite the fact you're on machinima and all that stuff, you're not going to make it.